up your phone right now.
Sorry, I missed your call. Did something happen? Is everything okay?
Honestly, Megan, you're hopeless. I can't believe my son married you. Just how stupid are you? Do you not understand common decency? Common courtesy? Maybe you didn't know, but when someone misses a call, they usually call back as soon as they can.
I'm really sorry about that. Just right now, I'm not able to make phone calls. I'm in a lot of meetings at work. Is there something you need to talk about that you can't over text?
Yes, for crying out loud. Now you finally get it. For lunch today, I want to eat a grilled chicken salad. I'm not familiar with any of the restaurants in this area. I have no idea which ones are good or bad. Could you look around online to find a good restaurant, then go and buy a salad and bring it back to me? It's not that big of a deal. Isn't Googling things supposed to be something young people excel at?
Are you serious? You want me to do all that right this minute? Right now, I'm pretty tied up with things at work. Would it be all right if I got it for you this evening for dinner?
Did you not read my messages? I said I wanted it for lunch, didn't I? Do you really plan on making me wait until this evening?
I'm sorry, Becky, but my hands are tied. I wish I could go do that for you, but I'm in the middle of things at work. I'm on break, so that's why I've been able to message you, but I'm almost done. After my break time, I'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon. Can I please wait until work is finished to go and buy it? I know it's a bit of a wait, but I promise I'll get it from wherever you want.
Are you serious? I can't believe you don't even know that. Since you're my daughter-in-law, my comfort and happiness should be your number one priority. If I tell you to do something, you need to do it as soon as you're asked. That's common knowledge. Once again, it seems like everyone knows except you.
But I would really like to go get you that, but right now I'm really busy.
You're useless, aren't you? I suspected something from the moment I met you, but now I know that you're absolutely useless.
Huh? What are you saying? What do you mean by that?
Megan, aren't you able to work from home? Can't you pretty much work whenever you want? I know you said they're really flexible. Most days aren't you just sitting at home on your laptop? If that's the case, then it should be no big deal to go pick me up a chicken salad. Can't you just find a place just like that and then go and buy it? You can do it all online now, right?
Oh, did you hear that from Ryan? I mean, it is true that I could probably order delivery for you, but to be honest, I would prefer if you did that by yourself if you're in such a hurry.
Excuse me? Why are you being so dramatic about this? In the time we've spent talking, couldn't you already have finished?
It's just, whenever I've gone and done those things, I've always had to pay for it with my own money. You never once paid me back.
That's what you're upset about. Why are you getting all worried about the cost of it? If it makes your mother-in-law happy, then you shouldn't have any complaints about it.
I'm really sorry again, but I honestly can't go and do that right now. If that's something you really need right now, could you ask Ryan if he's able to?
Really? You must be joking. Like I would ever make Ryan go and run errands for me. Ryan is the backbone of this family. He's the main breadwinner, is he not? Unlike you, this responsibility falls to you. Now go and buy lunch for me.
I just told you I can't right now.
I am honestly losing my patience with you. Megan, just how many times do you plan on making me repeat myself? At this point, I don't think it matters how many times I tell you. You'll never get it through that thick skull of yours. I guess I have no choice but to physically instill how you're supposed to treat me.
What? What in the world do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said, you dumb girl. If a daughter-in-law won't listen to her mother-in-law, then some sort of education must be in order, don't you think? In order for you to finally get it, I'm guessing I'll have to punish you when you disobey. You've honestly left me no choice but to physically instill this truth into you.
What do you mean by punishment? I can understand if you want to lecture me on this, but punishment? What exactly are you thinking with that?
Let's start with no TV for a week, shall we? It's got to be something significant, right? This is a punishment that will really hurt for you, won't it?
Just hold on a minute. You know that I always catch up on my shows after work. That's how I'm able to motivate myself all through the day and work hard at my job. I'm the sort of person that could spend a whole day binging a single show if I had the chance. Can you please just forgive me this one time? I promise to do better in the future.
I see, you're finally getting it, aren't you? Now, if you want to watch TV in peace this week, go ahead and buy me lunch this instant.
But please, can you just give me a bit of slack this one time?
If you want, we could switch your punishment. How about you're banned from driving for a week instead? Ah, if you don't go and buy me lunch, then you'll have to pick out one of these two to be your punishment, all right?
What? That's also insanely harsh. Where we live now, I need a car to get literally anywhere. Isn't that basically making it so I can't go anywhere?
I don't like this. I don't like that. What a spoiled brat you are. I guess if that's the case, then you have no choice but to just go and buy me lunch, like I asked. Stop complaining and just hurry up and do it already.
You can't be serious. Fine, I'll go and buy it right now. It should only take 30 minutes or so.
Now, wouldn't that have been so much easier if you just have said that in the beginning? Maybe you've learned your lesson now. No matter what, you can't disobey me. I don't know if it will stick, though. You're such a slow learner, after all.
I'm sorry I didn't go sooner. What would you like on your salad?
2 chicken grilled salads, both with a dressing on the side.
Got it.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to tell you something. If you don't get my lunch to me soon, then I'll still have to give you one of the punishments we discussed earlier, okay? Don't even think about moping around and complaining or anything like that, got it? You're the one who wasted all of my precious time. Make sure you're here within the next 30 minutes.
What? I don't know if I can get there that fast, but I'll do my best to hurry.
You're honestly the most useless daughter-in-law I've ever heard of. How in the world did my neighbor get so lucky? I wish I could have a daughter-in-law that's half as good as hers.
What's this all of a sudden? Did I do something wrong? Did I hurt your feelings somehow?
The problem is that you don't do anything. You're lazy.
Okay, seriously, what happened?
My neighbor said that in a few days she's going to Alaska with their daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law said they should go somewhere cool since it's been so hot recently. My neighbor said that her daughter-in-law invited her and everything.
Wow, that's so nice of her. Alaska would be nice this time of year. I've been a few times. I love how beautiful it is.
Are you really this stupid?
Huh? I'm not sure what I did, but I'm really sorry. Did you have something else you wanted to say? Did I misunderstand you?
I can't believe this is actually happening. Can you not even follow or understand something as simple as this? Normally, daughter-in-laws invite their mother-in-laws to go have lunch together or to take a trip together. You've never once done something like that. After what I said, the next sentence from you should have been inviting me to do something like that.
What? Really? I'm supposed to do that?
Who else should do it? You should take this opportunity and try to learn from my neighbor's daughter-in-law about how you're supposed to treat your mother-in-law.
I'm really sorry. I didn't understand. I hope it's all right if I ask, but why do you want to go on a trip? Your birthday was a couple months ago, right?
Honestly, I can't even have a basic conversation with you about anything. You don't even respect me as your mother-in-law, do you? There doesn't have to be any sort of special occasion for you to invite me on a trip or something. Has it ever crossed your mind to try to build a good relationship with me? Knowing you, it probably never has. I've started to wonder if there's anything going on in that head of yours at all. It seems completely empty to me.
Oh, I think I understand now. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but that was never my intention. I should have invited you to do something.
Yes, you certainly should have. It's because of that I've always thought you hated me. Can't you see why your actions would give off that impression? I wonder if you don't understand because you're a little immature.
I see. I am so sorry. I was thoughtless. I should have been thinking more about how you were feeling.
From now on, make sure you remember this conversation, all right? From now on, I hope you seriously take more time taking into account how you can make me happy. Don't I deserve it? I've been so patient and kind in teaching you how to act. I think I deserve a reward for my graciousness. Do you finally understand now?
Yes, I promise I'll really take that into account in the future. Do you have any plans in about a month? If you don't, would you like to take a road trip? We could drive over to the next state and see some of the sights. I was thinking we could just decide on exactly what we wanted to do and stay when we get there.
Would you look at that? It looks like you're not completely useless after all. That sounds fun. Let's go.
Great.
Now that I think about it, though, there aren't really any nice hotels in that area we could stay at. Make sure you make a reservation for us to stay somewhere. Make sure the room has a great view, of course. One more thing, pick a place that actually has good room service. The world is such a dangerous place these days.
That's true. Sounds good. I'll look around and see what I can find. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to check for. Oh, by the way, before I get too far into things, what sort of budget for the trip were you thinking?
Budget? Like the cost of everything? Megan, what are you talking about?
Did I ask something strange?
Naturally. You'll be the one footing the bill for everything on the trip. That's how it works. Don't you feel weird asking me something like that?
Wait, what? Just hold on a minute. Is it not okay if we each pay our own share of the trip? Like splitting the cost for the room and whatnot?
I refuse to do anything like that. My neighbor says that her daughter-in-law is covering all of the travel expenses, and her daughter-in-law told her not to worry about anything. Compared to their trip, this road trip is nothing. You're honestly kind of taking the easy way out. Has anyone ever told you how stingy you are? It's a wonder that you were able to get married. You leech off Ryan to afford your lifestyle, don't you? If that's the case, then you can pay for everything.
Could you please not say that sort of thing? I definitely don't leech off Ryan. We use both of our salaries to pay for our living expenses. Because of that, it would be really tough on us financially to make me pay for everything.
Oh, quit this ridiculous act. I don't believe that for 1 second. No matter how you look at it, especially with both of your salaries, you have enough money to pay for everything.
That might be the case, but even so, I don't think it's fair.
You know you can afford it, so you're going to pay for everything this time round. You just admitted to the fact that you can't afford it, didn't you? It's only natural you should pay for everything now that you've confessed.
Hold on a minute. Aren't I the one who suggested the road trip? Aren't I also the one who's researching, planning, reserving everything? You're not planning anything for the trip. You're not even going to pay for part of it. Don't you think that's a little too demanding, especially given the situation?
I cannot believe my eyes. My daughter-in-law is complaining about me. Her mother-in-law. You honestly have no tact. I see how it is. Well, you should prepare yourself for the next time I see you.
Prepare myself? Does that mean you're going to punish me again? I'm sorry for what I said. I shouldn't be complaining. Will you forgive me just this one time? Is there any way I can make it up to you?
Fine. Then use the money that you leech off of my son anyway to pay for this trip. Thanks so much for paying for everything this time. I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to tell my neighbor about this. Finally, I have a proper daughter-in-law.
Okay, I get it. You don't need to keep going on about it. I want you to know, though, that I don't leech off Ryan, though. I've never done and never will do something like that. I'll pay for everything this time. I hope you have fun and enjoy the road trip.
Of course. Thanks so much for paying. If this vacation actually turns out to be fun, who knows? Maybe we can build a little bit of a better relationship. That should be your goal. Improving the relationship between you and me. With that in mind, make this the best vacation ever.
Yeah, I'll do my best to make sure it's everything you want. Once I figure out some of the details, I'll let you know what the options are, and then you can decide what you want.
I'll be waiting.
We're leaving our house now. On our way. We're almost there. Just got off the freeway exit for your place. You haven't answered any of my calls. Is everything okay? Are you guys all right?
Oh, whoops, so sorry about that. I was so focused on making sure that everything was ready. I must not have heard the phone.
It's okay. I'm glad you're excited. Ryan and I are too. The weather today is beautiful. It's the perfect weather for a road trip, don't you think?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's perfect weather. I was so worried it was going to rain. I've been looking forward to this so much. I've been talking about it nonstop to my neighbor. Oh, by the way, didn't I tell you about my plans for the road trip? I decided that we should take 2 cars. I hope that's all right with you.
Wait, 2 cars, not 1? Are you saying that we're going to take my car and your car on the trip? Like we'll be driving separately?
Exactly. I hope that's all right.
Oh, that's totally fine. I guess I just thought since my car is pretty spacious on the inside that we'd all be going together.
Isn't the whole point of this trip to build our relationship as daughter and mother-in-law? So, I was thinking we'd have a car for just Ryan and Jeff, and then a car for us girls. You're the one who had the idea and planned this road trip with the goal of strengthening our relationship in mind. If the situation were different, of course we'd all drive together, but today's a special occasion, so we should drive separately. That way we can have some one-on-one time and build our relationship.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I just checked with Ryan. He said he completely forgot to tell me that you said that. Sorry about that misunderstanding. I look forward to driving with you today. It'll be fun. Oh, feel free to leave all of the driving to me.
Oh, there's no need to worry about that at all. I was actually planning on driving the entire way. I hope that's all right. All I ask is that you sit next to me and keep me company on the way. I have so many things I want to tell you about. I don't know if I'll have time to get to everything. It's been so long since I've taken a proper road trip like this, especially being the one driving. I've been itching to put my driving skills to use.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine. Thanks so much for driving the whole time. I'm excited to spend the time chatting with you.
There's no need to thank me. I really enjoy driving long distances. We're waiting outside of our house in the driveway for you guys. We're all packed and ready to go.
Becky, where are you? I've looked everywhere inside the gas station, but I can't find you. I just came out of the restroom. I'm in the parking lot now, but I don't see you anywhere. I don't see the car anywhere in the parking lot either. Becky, where are you? Please answer the phone.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have completely spaced out. I totally forgot that I was traveling with you.
Are you joking?
Unfortunately, I'm no longer at the gas station. I can't believe I forgot about you. It's been so long since I've done something like this. I can't believe it. Silly me. I didn't even check and just headed off to our next stop. Right now, I'm at the highway rest stop. I guess my phone was on silent. I didn't hear any of your calls.
You're kidding. That's no way you're being serious right now. How could you just forget that you were driving with me? Besides that, I have no idea where Jeff and Ryan are either. I haven't seen their car once the whole trip. I've called them both a bunch of times as well, but neither of them have picked up either.
Oh, well, of course, Ryan's been driving, so of course he can't answer the phone. As for Jeff, now that I think about it, this is usually around the time he takes a nap. Maybe that's why he hasn't answered.
Wait, I'm sorry. Am I missing something? What is going on? I was only gone for a few minutes. I told you that I was going to quickly run to the bathroom. What happened?
Oh, did you say that? I'm not sure if I remember that.
Why didn't you wait for me to get back before leaving? Even if you didn't hear me, how could you have just left without me?
I told you already. I just completely spaced out.
Oh, whatever. So is Ryan at the restaurant with you now?
No, Brian and I are both competitive and like to try to get to the destination before anyone else. That's just how we are. That's why you got left behind. I was so focused on beating Ryan, I wasn't thinking about you.
So you just left, even though I wasn't in the car and never gave a second thought as to where I was?
Like I said, I didn't realize that you had gotten out of the car. Aren't you the one who said that you wouldn't be driving? You can only really blame yourself.
That is such a load of bull. This isn't an issue of you accidentally forgetting me. I think you left me here at this gas station completely on purpose, out of spite. Isn't that the truth?
Ah, well, I guess when you put it that way, you might not be totally wrong. Simply put, the reason is because I don't see you as actual family. Since you're not family, I don't care as much or pay as much attention. That must be why I never noticed that you weren't in the car, just kept driving. Maybe it's a bit harsh of me to say that, but it's the truth. And I think it needs to be said. My son doesn't deserve a parasite of a wife like you. You leech off of him for everything. You're more of a pest than a wife.
Is that seriously what this is about? Fine. I get the message. Well, too bad, but it looks like you two won't have anything to eat starting tomorrow.
What? What do you mean we won't have anything to eat? What are you saying? Was that a typo or something? Or perhaps the more likely option is you finally lost your mind. I guess that does happen sometimes. People get so panicked that they just end up losing their sanity.
It's nothing like that. I meant to type what I did, and I haven't gone crazy. I already know everything. Becky, every month you get money from Ryan to support your lifestyle, don't you?
What? How in the world do you know that? How did you find out?
What do you mean, how do I know? Ryan and I are married. How wouldn't I know?
I told Ryan to not speak a word of this to you. I can't believe this. He went behind my back and expressly disobeyed me. Anyways, I still don't get what you're trying to say. The fact that he gives me money has nothing to do with you or what you're talking about.
Actually, it does. You see, I'm the one who's been giving you all that money this whole time.
What? How? There's no way. There's no way at all. Why haven't I ever heard about this from Ryan?
Think about it from Ryan's point of view. Especially around where he grew up, it wasn't very common for the wife to make all of the money. He's embarrassed to tell you. That's why he hasn't said anything about how I'm actually the one supporting you guys. We've had to support you because you're so terrible with money. I know your social security isn't a whole lot, but you can live off of it. I guess you can't, though, due to your horrible spending habits. But I guess if that's the attitude you want to have and how you want to treat me, things are going to have to change. I'm going to stop supporting you guys financially, so that means no food for you, I guess. Becky, do you finally understand what's going on?
Stop right there. I honestly don't believe that you're the one who's actually making all the money. Even if that was true, then you would know exactly how much he's been giving me. Just from that, it's obvious you're lying to me.
Oh, that's easy. I know that is $3,000 a month, right?
What? How? You actually do know? So, you really mean to say that all the money was from you this whole time? Just exactly what sort of work do you do again?
Up until now, I've been pretty private with details of it. I'm on a management board at a big company. That's how I can make $400,000 a year. Ryan and I are actually going to be parents soon as well. Because of that, I probably won't be able to send you the usual $3,000 a month. By the way, do you know how much Ryan makes?
Wait a minute. $400,000? On top of that, you're on the board of directors?
Yep, that's right.
I had no idea. What you're saying is actually true, isn't it?
Yep, it's the truth. Why would I ever lie about something like this?
What am I supposed to do now? I really wish you had told me earlier. I guess I did something to hurt you, yeah? Oh, first things first, right now I'm turning around to come pick you up.
Oh, there's no need for that.
No, really, I'll come get you right now. I'm a little far away, so it might take me a bit to get there, but I am coming. I'm sorry.
Really, you don't need to do that. Just a moment ago, I finally heard back from Ryan. I was able to tell him everything that happened, and he's already on his way to pick me up.
Wait, what? Where is he? Maybe I can get there first still.
He's already on the way. Sorry. Really, there's no need for you to turn around. Oh, I guess I should let you know that our plans have changed. Ryan and I are going to go home after he picks me up.
What? Why on earth would you do that? What about our hotel reservation? My 5-star gourmet dinner. What are you thinking?
Becky, you purposely deserted me at a gas station while we were on a road trip. Because of that, I really can't see us being able to have fun on this road trip together.
How could you? Do you have any idea how much I've been looking forward to this trip? You knew how excited I was for this road trip. Despite all of that, how could you do something like this?
Becky, this isn't my fault. It's all yours. Just so you know, Ryan and Jeff are really upset with you over what happened. From the sounds of it, you should prepare yourself for a long talk with the both of them when you get back.
You can't be serious. You're blaming me? Not only has my trip been canceled, but now you're all getting angry at me?
Wouldn't it be better if we just put this behind us and put our best foot forward in the future? If you keep getting upset at me at this rate, you might have to be punished.
Punished? Are you insane?
Those were your exact words, weren't they? Weren't you always threatening me with punishment or something to get me to do things?
You would seriously go that far? What is wrong with you? Can you just forget about what happened? It's not that big of a deal.
It's a big deal because you did it on purpose. Just reread all of our messages if you don't believe me.
It's not what you think.
Don't you think that someone in this situation normally deserves to face the consequences of their actions? I mean, after all, you did try to abandon me far from home, didn't you? Also, on top of that, you left me in charge of planning the trip. Didn't I suggest that we visit a few towns? We've done just that.
It's not what you think, I promise. I can explain. I didn't mean to. Traveling stresses me out sometimes. I wasn't acting like myself. I am really sorry. I promise I didn't mean anything bad by it. I apologize, so please forgive me. I am so sorry.
Do you honestly think that I could forgive you so easily and quickly after you'd done something like that? I would think someone like you who likes discipline so much would beg for the chance to learn a lesson from a mistake. It seems your husband agrees you should go ahead and face the consequences of your actions at least. Jeff agreed that we should cancel everything. The cancellation fees were pretty steep, all things considered. However, I just think of their cost as the price of learning the lesson to never trust my mother-in-law. When I think of it that way, I really don't mind those fees at all.
Quit acting so high and mighty. You really think you can just go about and do as you please? Especially where your mother-in-law is involved? You need to take my feelings and point of view into consideration, always.
Now you're just making me laugh. You can't be serious. The reason I planned and paid for this whole trip was because I was taking your thoughts and feelings into consideration. What was the result of all of the planning, though? You left me at a gas station in the middle of nowhere. Did you honestly still expect me to pay for everything? Lately, you've been so self-absorbed, asking me for this and that. You never once asked nicely. You just think that no matter what, you'll still get what you want in the end.
Shut up! You're the worst. This situation is the worst. Fine. You know what? I'll just go all by myself and stay at the hotel. I don't need any of you.
Unfortunately, that's not going to work. The hotel has already confirmed the cancellation. I mean, I guess you're free to stay wherever you want tonight, but we're not going to help you find wherever that may be. If you decide to go that route, please look for a place all by yourself.
Out of all the times, why did you choose now to lash out, especially so quickly?
Don't they say a wise man should always keep some of his talents in reserve? Oh, I almost forgot. Jeff wants me to pass off a message to you. He said if you're not back before him, he's going to change all the locks on the house. I guess now's the time for that competitive spirit of yours to shine.
Fine. I get it. I see how it is. I'll just go home. Will you all be happy then? Fine. Just tell him I'm coming home. Megan, are you busy right now? I have something really important I'd like to talk to you about.
I'm free now. What is it you wanted to talk about?
Well, actually, Jeff told me that I need to get a job and start working. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out?
Sure. What exactly did you want help with? Can I ask why he brought that up in the first place? It doesn't sound like him.
He said that I need to pay you back for all the money I made you spend. I can't believe it. Jeff didn't offer to help me pay it off.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
He told me I couldn't use the money he saved, but that I had to go work in order to earn the money to pay you back. Don't you think that's just plain cruel of him? He said I have to pay back all of the money you gave us too, even though he's benefited off of those things as well. Don't you think that he should have to pay you back too?
Oh, okay. I think I understand what happened. I don't think you're going to like what I have to say, but honestly, I agree with everything he said. I don't think there's anything particularly cruel about it at all.
How can you say that to me? How can you say that to someone like me who has never had to work, except in my early 20s before I got married? How is it fair of him to suddenly command me to get a job and start earning money? No matter how I look at this, it just seems ridiculous. It pisses me off.
I think it just shows that what goes around comes around. Whatever you give, you get back. You know, like karma. There's no one else to blame except for yourself. Those were all your own actions. Don't worry, though. I definitely think you can still find a job and work hard.
Why are you siding with him on this? That's not the only thing he said. On top of that, he also said I need to make up for abandoning you at the gas station. He said I should pay you back an additional $5,000 for that. You can't seriously think that's fair. Isn't that awful?
Well, it really cost a lot of money to cancel everything that day. When you consider that, don't you think that additional $5,000 is reasonable?
No, absolutely not. I already have to pay you back for the fees. How in the world is an extra $5,000 on top of that reasonable? Shouldn't you be taking my side on something like this? That's a daughter-in-law's job.
I'm sorry, but I won't take your side on this. I was the victim of the whole situation. I don't think it's normal for the victim to side with the perpetrator.
You're bringing up that again. Haven't I already apologized enough times for that? I've already said sorry. So how can you still think it's okay for him to demand that of me?
Becky? Are you meaning to text me? Could it be you've mixed me up with whoever you usually complain to? Do you really like that you're going to tell me all of that and then I'm going to agree with you that it's horrible and sympathize with you? Honestly, in this situation, I have no reason to do that. To be honest, seeing you like this is welcome change for me.
Why would you say that? It's not like you're short on money. At a time like this, shouldn't you tell Jeff to ease off of me since you don't need the money? You could say that and put a stop to all of this nonsense in a heartbeat. I know that Jeff will listen to whatever you say, so come on, help me out here.
Okay, I'll talk to him. I'll tell him I think it's such a great idea to make you work. You're right, though. I'm not short on money. I actually have the opposite problem. I have so much I don't know what to do with it sometimes. More importantly, though, I guess I see it as payment for all of the horrible things you said and done to me. When you look at it that way, I think it's more than fair.
You're horrible. Don't you think this is going overboard? Really, I am very sorry for what I did. Since I've apologized, can you please let this go?
You know, apologizing is only one factor in being forgiven. There are a lot of other things that have to go into it. There's a little thing called making up for your mistakes. That's something that you should really take into consideration and think about. I don't know how soon I'll be able to see you again without getting upset and remembering what exactly you did. I would never be able to relax in that situation if you don't make it up to me.
Don't say things like that. Don't you understand how hard it will be for me to get a job? I have no skills or qualifications. I can't just start working at this age. Can't you see this is why I'm so upset about this? It's horrible what you two are doing to me.
But isn't it you, Becky, who did so many things to hurt me on purpose? If I remember right, the best kind of punishments are ones that are actually meaningful to the one being punished. And since all you care about is getting money and being pampered, having to get a job is pretty perfect. I'm honestly impressed by Jeff's idea. I almost want to get him a trophy for that idea.
Stop messing around with me. This is ridiculous. Is there really nothing else I can do? If this one time you can just forgive me and overlook things, I promise from now on I'll be as nice as I can possibly be. Please, there has to be another way we can settle this.
No, I don't think there's really any other way. To be honest, I've had enough of you trying to be nice and build a relationship with me. From now on, if you need something, please reach out to Ryan instead. I refuse to stay in contact like this anymore.
You're kidding.
Well, then I wish you luck with your job search. Sorry, something came up. I need to go.
Wait, stop. You can't just leave in the middle of our conversation. You can't just ignore me like this and pretend like I don't exist. Megan!
In order to pay me back for all the money she used, Becky had no choice but to get a part-time job. Without really thinking about things, she started working at her local grocery store. Unexpectedly, one day, she ran into that neighbor that she was always bragging to about how Jeff made enough money that she didn't need to work. When she realized that she'd been seen working by her neighbor, she completely froze, like a deer in the headlights. Since then, it sounds like her and that neighbor haven't even talked once. She's become as silent as a mouse when it comes to bragging. In addition to that, Becky hasn't tried to reach out to me even once since we last talked. It's honestly been so nice not having her constantly pestering and belittling me. I forgot that I could feel so happy. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, how's it going? This is Emma, right? Hopefully I don't have the wrong number. Yep, Emma here. What's up? Sorry it took me a while to get back to you. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off and it totally slipped my mind. If I'm not mistaken, you're Contrell's little sister, Molly, right? Yep, that's right. The one and only. I see. Well, thanks for reaching out. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better. Well, how I respond to that depends on how you answer this next question. So I can't exactly guarantee whether I'll reciprocate quite yet. I'm sorry, my answer? I don't understand. Well, Emma, let me cut straight to the chase. There's something about you that I've been curious about for a while. I'm just dying to know if this is really true or not. I wanted to ask you face-to-face that last time we all met up and got dinner together, but I completely forgot to bring it up. So I figured, why not just ask over text? And now here we are. Okay. Not gonna lie, you're starting to scare me a little bit. What exactly do you want to ask me? So, the thing I've been curious about is actually your upbringing. So I looked into it and surely this has to be a joke, but like, did you seriously grow up on a farm? Wow, that's pretty rude, Molly. Do you have something against farmers or something? Just hurry up and answer the question already. Well, I mean, yeah, I did. I come from a whole family of farmers. Is there a problem with that? Is that seriously all you wanted to ask me? Wow. Ew. I can't believe it's actually true. Gross. I was seriously praying that it was just a joke. I can't believe it. Well, this sure sucks. What's that supposed to mean? Listen, Emma. I like you. I really do. But let's be for real. Contrell must have lost his mind. How could he marry some broke country bumpkin farmer girl? Why can't you just be a good little country girl and roll around in the dirt like the rest of your kind, you potato-faced hussy? Potato-faced? That's a new one. I mean, just look at your face after all. It looks like a freaking potato. But you know what? That's actually pretty rude to potatoes. At least they taste good and have a right to be here in the city. Unlike you. You're not even on the same level. You're literal country trash. You're like the gunk under my shoes. Wow. I don't even know what to say. That was pretty uncalled for. Oh, don't be so sensitive. I'm just telling the truth after all. Honestly, I don't understand why all you country folks always want to come to the city. You and your kind are all killing the city's vibe. You're making it all gross and dirty like your little country shack towns. I can't believe you and Control are even related. You're so mean. I bet you came here because you couldn't make any real money in your little farm town. You just snatched up the first well-off guy who'd give you the time of day. Too bad it happened to be my brother. But I guess it's a real dream come true for you, huh? You potato-faced Cinderella. I'm almost jealous. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. But I guess I can kind of get where you're coming from.
Molly, please cut it out.
Why should I?
You've been saying some pretty hurtful things nonstop. Just one after the other. Why are you even saying all of this in the first place? Is it really that bad that my family and I are farmers? What's the big deal? At the end of the day, we're still people just like you. And why does it matter if someone from the country decides to move to the big city? I really don't see what you're making such a big fuss over.
Ew. Gross. As if we dignified city dwellers even want to breathe the same air as you filthy country pigs.
Why do you feel that way, though? That way of thinking is kind of prejudiced and problematic, don't you think?
Isn't it obvious? Kentrell and I were born and raised in the city for our entire lives. And we're gonna keep living in the city until the day we die. Not to mention, he and I work at two of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in the world. From that vantage point, the idea of someone as successful as my big brother dating a country bumpkin like you is just laughable. Neither of us could ever even imagine living in the countryside. It's beyond clear that we come from totally different worlds.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that for people like us who have lived our entire lives in the city, the thought of wanting to live in the country has never even once crossed our minds. Why would we want to purposely lower our standard of living like that? People born in the country always dream of coming to the big city, don't they? Well, it's a one-way street. Like I said, we live in completely different worlds. You're totally unrefined and uncultured, farm girl. You're not even close to being on our level. On top of that, living in the country would be way too inconvenient for us. If I wanted to experience what life was like 100 years ago, I just go to a museum.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I don't agree with you, but I get what you're trying to say.
Oh, sweetie. Don't force yourself. Wouldn't want you to give yourself a headache. Having been born and raised on a farm, I'm sure there's no way you could ever understand.
That's a complete lie. You definitely pulled that out of thin air. Where are you even getting all of this from? There are lots of great things about living in the countryside. Day-to-day life might be a bit different, but the overall differences aren't actually as drastic as you seem to think.
Girl, please. I'm not making a distinction between the city and the country. I'm straight up dissing you. Get a clue? Can't you tell the difference? You're proving my point here, you uneducated hick.
You're impossible. There's no reason for you to be this way. It is true that life in the city is way more convenient.
You're so annoying and simple-minded. Don't tell me things I already know. Anyone who's lived in the city for more than 5 minutes could tell you that. But I guess a country bumpkin like you would be shocked.
In the country, though, it's nice and peaceful. The pace of life is much slower out there, so it's easier to relax. You're also surrounded by nature everywhere you look. Is that not a great thing? I know I sure loved it anyway. Everyone in town feels like one big family. They're all super nice and we all look out for each other and have each other's backs.
Ew. I don't care what you say. No thanks.
What's the big deal?
All of that would just get on my nerves. Kind of like you are right now.
Is that so? Well, to each their own, I guess. I can't force you to change your mind. You're entitled to your opinions.
Furthermore, why should I give a damn about nature? What's nature ever done for me? As beautiful, young, and sexy as I am, slumming around in nature would be such a waste. It might be something to consider, though, once I'm an old hag. As of right now, though, I don't need any of that in my life. I'm happy with my clubs, parties, cute cafes, and internet. Okay, thanks!
Okay, Molly. If you say so.
Now to get to what I really wanted to talk to you about.
You mean there's more? That wasn't it?
I'm completely against you getting married to my brother. You don't even deserve him, you redneck city native wannabe.
Why do you keep saying all of this stuff out of left field? We've been engaged for a while. So why is there suddenly a problem now?
Are you dumb or something? It should be totes obvious from the convo we've been having. I don't want to have a country bumpkin like you as my sister-in-law. Just imagine what people would say. I'm getting shivers just thinking about it.
That's so rude, Molly. It's not even your decision. How could you say that just because of where I happen to grow up?
Listen, Potato Face. I already told you how I feel about you and your kind. You guys don't even suit each other. Go find some other country bumpkin to marry and leave my brother alone. I have my pride, you know. Having you as a sister-in-law would be too embarrassing.
Don't say that. Surely you don't really mean that.
Oh my god. What do I have to say to get you to give up on my brother already? You worthless country bug. Contrell seriously has awful taste in women. Like, is he blind or something? A hot and successful guy like him could have any girl he wants. But he settled on marrying you? We might need to get him checked into a mental institution.
You're going way too far. You don't need to keep criticizing me like this. You know, I didn't have sisters growing up. So I was so happy to at least be getting a sister-in-law. I was looking forward to hanging out with you and going out on the town for shopping sprees and checking out cute cafes and bakeries. I was so excited to finally have the little sister I always wanted.
Oh, please. Don't kid yourself, Potato Face. I wouldn't be caught dead being anywhere out in public with a hillbilly like you.
But isn't that what sisters do? I thought it'd be a fun way for us to bond.
I will never think of you as my sister. How could I possibly have a sister who likes to roll around in the mud with all her little farm animals? You must be pretty messed up in the head to even suggest something like that. Did your parents drop you as a baby? Why would I ever go anywhere with you? You stupid bumpkin. If people saw us in public together, it'd make me look bad. They'd think I was just some hick too. Could you even imagine? Ugh. Barf much?
What are you talking about? Nobody would think that.
Yeah, they would, Daisy Duke. Trust me, I was born here, so I know how we think and operate. All it takes is one look to tell whether or not if someone's a country hick or not. I mean, you guys stand out like sore thumbs after all. Well, I guess rednecks like you wouldn't understand, though. It's a superpower only us city folks have.
You know what? I quit. If you're gonna go that far, then so be it.
Yeah, good call. You really should. Just accept it already. While you're at it, give up on the wedding, too. Please and thank you. I'm totally against it, and I'll never accept you. No matter what.
No way. Not a chance. That's a completely different topic. Contrell and I are in love. We want to spend the rest of our lives together. Plus, your parents have already given us their blessing. So who are you to barge in saying that you don't approve? I shouldn't have to give up the love of my life just because you have a problem with it. That's not a good enough reason for me.
Why not? It should be more than enough. It's a pretty strong argument if you ask me.
No, Molly. This is just you being selfish and throwing a tantrum because you're not getting your way.
Oh my god. You're the absolute worst. Why did he have to pick the most annoying woman in the world to marry? Just know that I hate you. Okay?
Jeez. You keep going off the deep end.
Well, I mean, you won't even listen to me.
What you're asking me to do is easier said than done. And it only benefits you.
Fine. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm so over this. I'm clearly not getting through to you. Talking to you is like talking to a brick wall. This is getting on my nerves. Don't text me ever again.
OMG, you're too much. I can't even keep up with you.
I want nothing more to do with you, Potato Face. If I'm ever around you again, you'll give me that country farm stench.
What stench? We don't have a stench.
All of you do. You smell like cows and dirt. But whatever, though. So we're in agreement then. Let's not talk again. Okay?
Okay, fine by me if that's what you want. Hey, Molly. Are you here? Where are you? I don't see you anywhere. Are you still on your way to the venue? Did something happen? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Why? You're so freaking annoying. Why do you keep calling me? Cut it out. Didn't we say we weren't gonna have anything to do with each other? Leave me alone.
Yeah, I do remember you saying that. Are you gonna be at the wedding hall soon? We're all waiting for you.
No. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about our wedding. We sent you an invitation and everything. OMG, you didn't forget, did you? Contrell and I are getting married today.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware of that, in fact.
So, are you on the way then?
No, of course not.
But why?
It'd just be a waste of my time. Plus, I don't want to see your ugly face, hillbilly. I only spend my time on people I actually like and care about. That's my philosophy. If you couldn't guess, that doesn't include you. Got it?
You're kidding. You're seriously not coming to our wedding? You already RSVP'd. What was the point of doing that if you had no intention of showing up?
Ugh. I only did that so my parents would stop bugging me about it already. They wouldn't stop nagging me, talking about how we need to celebrate as a family, and how he's the only brother I have, and blah, blah, blah. When I said I'd go, they finally got off my back. They were seriously getting on my nerves with all of that.
So you never even intended on coming in the first place, then?
Exactly! Now you get it. Well, if it bothers you that much, maybe I should have gone after all. But I didn't really feel like it, so I'm laying on my couch watching Netflix. BTW, you're interrupting my show.
I don't even know what to say anymore. What kind of relative just ghosts a family member on their wedding day? That's so selfish. We still have a seat reserved just for you, in case you change your mind.
Who cares if I ghost you guys today? It's not like it makes a difference to me. And yeah, it's actually super common for people to skip out on lame weddings for people they hate. Which is exactly what's happening right now. Or did you not realize that? Are you just that out of touch with reality or something?
There's something seriously wrong with you. Family is supposed to be there for each other. This is just beyond me. So, Molly, just to make sure, you really aren't coming? You're not just pranking us or fooling around? Are you really okay with that?
Yeah, obviously. I already told you I'm against this stupid wedding anyway. So there's really no point in me wasting money on an Uber to get there. And watching everyone fawn over you guys would just make me want to puke.
How could you not want to come to your own brother's wedding, though? Don't you think you'll eventually regret not coming? You love control, don't you? Are your feelings more important than his?
I love him and all, but so what?
I'm sorry? Control's gonna be so disappointed not having his baby sister here.
OMG, shut up already! You're so annoying. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't care. At this point, my brother's just as bad as you. You and your little country ways really got to him. As far as I'm concerned, he's not even my brother anymore. How could he choose to be with some hick like you? I can't even look him in the eye anymore. I'm so over it.
I see. So, you really meant it then?
I don't play around, Emma. I'm always serious.
Okay, Molly. I get it. I guess I'll just go ahead and let Contrell and the others know you're not coming. I'll tell them that something came up, so you don't look bad. I'm sure they'll still be pretty worried, though.
KK! Please and thank you. Thank God. I'm so glad I never have to talk to this potato-faced country bumpkin ever again. It must be my lucky day. Before I block you, though, let me make one more thing clear. Just because you and Contrell are getting married, that doesn't make you a part of my family. I'll never consider you family, no matter what happens. You could be the Queen of England and I wouldn't care. You'll never be my sister. So just keep that in mind, will you? Okay. Bye-bye. Catch you never. Are you out or something?
My bad. Sorry about that, Molly. Contrell and I are on vacation right now. We're staying at a cabin in Gatlinburg. What's up? Do you need something from us?
What? I didn't know you guys went to Tennessee. When did you even leave New York? I came all the way to your place, too. What a waste.
My bad. I thought your parents would have said something. You should have let us know ahead of time, though, if you were planning to swing by our place. That might have saved you the Uber ride.
Whatever. It is what it is. I actually wanted to ask you something. So I'll just text it to you instead.
Okay. What's up?
I wanted to apologize for being so unreasonable about your wedding. You and my brother actually do look good together. And your face doesn't actually look like a potato. I only said that because I was feeling emotional.
Oh, wow. That's a surprise. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Are you okay? What brought on this sudden change of heart?
No, I'm fine. Don't worry. I just realized that I was super out of line and had no right to talk to you in that way. It wasn't right for me to say all of that stuff to you. I was just being immature. And you're right. I do regret not being there for you on my brother's special day. I'm an adult now, so I need to be more mature and act like one. So, I know it's a little late now, but congratulations on your wedding. I hope you and my brother have a life filled with endless happiness.
OMG, thanks. You really caught me off guard.
So unrelated to that, I actually have a favor to ask.
Oh, I knew this was too good to be true. That's the real reason why you're suddenly reaching out to me, isn't it? So you're just accepting our marriage out of nowhere because you want something from me.
No. You've got it all wrong. I was already thinking I should stop picking on you and accept you into the family already. It's the right thing to do. I'm just trying to be mature here. I just happen to also have a favor to ask, too. But it didn't even come to mind until after we started talking.
Sure, Molly. Well, I'll at least hear you out then. So what is it exactly that you want to ask me? I suppose I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thanks. That's all I'm asking for. So, Emma, you work at Pfizer, right?
Yeah, I do. I've been there for a little while now, in their data science department.
Well, my boyfriend's company is looking to do business with Pfizer. His company sells medical equipment, and they'd love to have Pfizer as a customer.
Oh, really? Wow, small world. If they're talking about wanting to sell to us, they must make some top-tier equipment. Wait, but I thought your boyfriend was a construction worker.
Ugh! Which boyfriend are you talking about? Do you know how many exes I have? You can't expect me to remember each and every one. I probably dated that construction worker ages ago.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had such a vibrant dating life.
Anyway, can you put in a good word for him? Or like, is there anything that you can do to help him out?
I'm sorry, what? I don't even know where to start.
If he's able to get this deal with Pfizer, he might be able to get a promotion. It's gonna be pretty make or break for him.
So let me get this straight. You called me asking for a favor so you can make your boyfriend look good?
I'm just trying to be a good girlfriend and help my baby out in any way I can.
Right. Of course you are. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but there's nothing I can do.
What? Why not? It's me asking you after all. Can't you bend a couple strings for your sister-in-law?
There's a lot to unpack with that, but that's not the issue here. My company doesn't do business like that. We already have several contracts in place with a few medical equipment supplier firms. So it's really beyond my control. There's nothing I could do for him.
I don't know. Talk to your CEO or the head of procurement or something. I'm sure you could make something happen.
Even if you say that, I don't even work in that department. So even if I recommended him, I doubt anyone in my company would even budge.
My boyfriend's like super hot. He looks like a movie star. Girls are constantly popping out of nowhere like cockroaches and throwing themselves at him left and right. It's so annoying. I want him to feel worthy of dating me and grateful that I'm his, so we can hurry up and get married and get rid of all these irritating, jealous leeches. So please, I'm begging you, do something.
Wow. Yep, there it is. There you go, showing your true colors again. Why are you even with him if you don't feel like he's worthy of you just the way he is? That's a pretty stuck-up thing to say. Nonetheless, I don't make the rules. I'm telling you right now, I can't help you.
But why, though? You're just gonna give up without even trying? I'm your sister-in-law, so why can't you just do this for me? Can't you bend the rules just this once?
So now we're family, huh? It bewilders me how highly you think of yourself.
It's the truth, though, isn't it?
Need I remind you? Who was the one who said we needn't have anything to do with each other? And on top of that, you didn't even bother to show up to my wedding. So why exactly should I put my neck out on the line for you?
I already apologized earlier. But I told you. I'm really sorry about that, okay?
You have a lot of nerve calling me out of the blue and asking for favors. I don't care what your reason is. As rude as you've been to me, helping you out would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. How could you even come to me asking for my help after the way you ridiculed and embarrassed me? You have no shame.
I already said I was sorry. What else do you want me to do? Besides, it's not even for me. It's for my boyfriend. I'm trying to be kind-hearted here. Can you just get over all that and help me? Sheesh. Let it go already and leave the past in the past. Maybe you could just spread his name around the office and let some rumors spread or something. You can at least do that, can't you?
No, I can't. What part of that aren't you understanding? It doesn't even surprise me that you're this bad at listening. You're such a spoiled brat. Why do I need to go out of my way for you? I don't really care what you say or what your reasons are. I have absolutely no intention of helping you or your boyfriend. End of discussion.
Fine then. Don't. We don't need your help anyway. I feel so stupid for reaching out to you in the first place. This is exactly why I can't stand you.
Oh, now you're getting mad at me? Typical. And you claim you're trying to be mature. Until a second ago, you were apologizing and begging for my help. Now you're throwing a tantrum because I said no. Your mood swings are giving me serious whiplash.
Oh, just shut up. I don't need to hear that from you. You suck and I hate your guts. Don't talk to me ever again. Hey, I heard the news from Dad, but are you guys for real?
Molly, it's been a while. To what do I owe the pleasure? Also, is what for real? Can you speak in full sentences? I have no idea what you're asking about.
Quit playing dumb, Emma. Are you and my brother seriously planning to build a duplex? From the ground up? From what I heard, it's supposed to be pretty big and fancy, too. Where the heck did you even get the money? Did you guys win the lottery or something?
Wow. You never cease to surprise me. It'd be pretty nice if we did win the lottery. But no, this money didn't just fall from the sky.
Well, where'd it come from then? Quit trying to change the topic.
Oh, sorry. My bad. To tell the truth, my parents are giving us the money to cover all of the construction fees. That's just a rumor that it's going to be a luxury unit. But, we're hoping it'll at least turn out pretty nice. We'll see, though.
You're still not answering my question. Where did your parents get that kind of money? Don't they know that building something like that here is crazy expensive?
They're not too concerned about the price. That's not to say that it won't be expensive, though. My parents are giving us enough money to pay for all of the land up front, in cash. As for the duplex itself, Kentrell and I are planning to split the building costs 50-50 with your parents.
Wow. So that's what's going on. How unexpectedly generous of them. I can't believe you guys convinced everyone to just help you out like that.
Also, this is a secret, but my parents are actually planning to pay for our half of the construction fees, too. So we're gonna have the duplex built without having to pay a single cent.
No way! That's impossible! You're not making any sense. How and why would your parents pay for something like that? Just how much money do they have lying around out in the country? It definitely doesn't sound like a normal amount for broke country bumpkin farmers. Are they in the mafia or something? You must be the daughter of a mob boss.
I see you're still as rude as ever. It's true that they're farmers, but they're also real estate investors. They own quite a bit of land, so they sometimes rent it out. They've built and own several apartment complexes. Not to brag or anything, but they're pretty wealthy. And luckily for me, since I'm an only child, guess who's inheriting all of it? I feel so blessed that no matter how old I get, they're always willing to help me. I might be just a little bit spoiled.
Wow, that is pretty lucky. I'm super jealous. I had no idea. Why didn't you say something sooner? So basically, they're just swimming in passive income?
They sure are. They worked hard for it, too. I'm so proud of them. They've had a lot of land handed down to them throughout the family, too. With the money they earn, they like to purchase even more land and build apartments, single and multi-family homes, townhouses, you name it. They want to make sure they have lots of generational wealth to keep passing down, long after they're gone. They don't want me or any of our future generations to ever have to worry about money.
Wow, that's so impressive.
They're surprisingly pretty smart.
I can't believe this. Kentrell sure married into a great family. He made the right choice when he picked you. So, what are you gonna give me when I get married?
Excuse me?
You know, maybe you could give me one of those houses your family owns. I mean, even just a plot of land would be pretty awesome.
You're funny. I'm not giving you anything. I literally have no reason to.
Why not? We're a family, after all. That's the least you could do. Just think of it as a small gift to your adorable sister-in-law.
How is giving you a house a small gift? I think your definition of small is a bit off. You might want to go and look up the actual meaning of that word.
It'll be super cheap for you and your family, though. Just a small little drop in the bucket. It shouldn't be a problem for the only child of real estate moguls.
Well, Molly, maybe if we were on good terms, I might have considered it. If we had a sisterly relationship, I'd be willing to do a lot more. But hey, you didn't even bother to show up to my wedding. What did you say again? That you were too busy watching Netflix on your couch to be bothered? And you made fun of me countless times for being from the countryside. You didn't even accept me as your sister-in-law until it was convenient for you. You were totally against my marriage to Control for the longest time. I don't feel obligated to do anything for you at all. I mean, put yourself in my shoes for a sec. Would you?
OMG. You're still not over that? I told you before, I'm totally fine with your marriage now. We're sisters, okay?
Well, I'm a Pisces, so I tend to hold grudges.
I'm sorry, okay? What do I have to do to make you believe me? I'm sorry I said all those horrible things to you. I really am. I'll never do it again. I've done a lot of self-reflection since then, and I feel horrible.
How nice of you to take it all back. I totally believe you and don't think for a second that you're just saying all of this to get something out of me.
No, you've got to believe me. I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Listen, Molly, let me give you a piece of sisterly advice. Stop being so hasty. I don't know if you're just trying to appeal to your boyfriend by telling him that your family is rich or something like that. But you really should quit while you're ahead.
Why are you saying that all of a sudden?
Because I know the truth. That's why. Remember how you asked me to help your boyfriend make a big sale to Pfizer? After I told you I couldn't do anything to help, didn't your relationship with him take a turn for the worse? Maybe you shouldn't be so hasty about trying to save the relationship.
How did you know about that? Yeah, you're right. I want to fix things with him. He's my dream guy, so I want to make it work no matter what. I don't want to lose my super hot alpha male boyfriend. I told you he looks like a movie star. He's a perfect 10 and a total catch. I don't want to lose him, so please help me out. Pretty please. You already know what's going on after all.
Let me give you a couple more words of wisdom. That relationship isn't going to last anyway. You guys have no future together. Nothing good is going to come of you staying with him. At the rate you're going, it's all going to blow up in your face and you'll be left all alone trying to pick up the pieces. Breaking up with him now is probably the best thing you can do for your mental health. You'll thank yourself later down the line. I'm more than certain this relationship is taking a toll on you mentally. You won't be able to force your way through this forever.
No way, Jose. Breaking up with him is literally the last thing I want to do. I want to marry him and have a future with him. So what sense would it make for me to dump him?
Well, I gave you my advice. So I guess you're just gonna have to figure it out on your own.
But that's the hard part. That's why I'm asking for your help.
This isn't exactly something that someone else can figure out for you, Molly. And besides, this boyfriend you're talking about, who even is he? Does he even exist?
I'm sorry, what?
It would probably be better for me to keep playing dumb and pretending like I don't know. But I care about you for some reason. And my guess is that you haven't realized it yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill you in.
Fill me in about what, exactly?
Your boyfriend isn't even dating you. You're a side chick. He's with someone else.
What do you mean by that?
Recently, I was talking to one of my colleagues at work. She was telling me how annoying it is that some clingy girl won't leave her boyfriend alone. Crazy, right? I have a feeling she might have been referring to you. So tell me, who exactly is this boyfriend of yours? You're certainly not his girlfriend anyway. He doesn't take you seriously at all. He's just using you. Did he tell you something lame, like about how he doesn't believe in titles?
It's true. He thinks titles are overrated. But we understand our relationship better than anyone else. We're 100% together. Your colleague is obviously lying to you. He loves me, and he told me that I'm the only one for him. I'm his girlfriend and his one and only.
All right, I believe you. I'm actually going out to dinner with my colleague this evening. I should invite Kentrell and her boyfriend to join us. I'm sure that'll clear everything up.
Fine. Do it. He's my boyfriend after all. So you'll see what a big fat liar your coworker is.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to tell her to file a criminal report against her stalker. She might want to consider getting a restraining order, too. I'm planning to hear her out about it at dinner tonight. She has a lot to get off her chest.
Do you really need to involve the police? How bad could it be?
Yeah, apparently it's gotten pretty out of hand. She keeps getting ambushed and finding mountains of creepy letters in the mail. Yikes. From what I hear, it sounds like she's having a pretty rough time.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot to deal with.
People like that shouldn't be roaming the streets. They deserve to be arrested and thrown behind bars.
Oh, wait. Could you maybe ask her not to file a criminal report or get a restraining order?
What? Why not? She's in danger, after all. You wouldn't have anything to do with this now, would you, Molly?
Of course not. I'm just saying.
Well, if you want to know what she's actually planning to do, you should talk to my colleague directly. Well, I have a lot to do, so gotta run.
Wait a sec. You can't just leave me hanging like that. Answer the phone, Emma. Please.
Molly tried pretty hard to make amends with me after that. But after purposely missing my wedding and constantly treating me like trash, I'm not interested in maintaining any type of relationship with her at all. I don't plan on helping her out financially in any way, shape, or form either. She really needs to grow up and get a grip on life. On the other hand, my parents have helped me out so much up until now. So going forward, I want Kentrell and I to be able to stand on our own 2 feet without them. We're saving up my money right now. Once we have enough in the bank, we're going to send my parents on an all-expenses-paid trip abroad as a thank you for everything they've done for us. Kentrell isn't with me for my parents' money. He's diligent, hardworking, and wants to support his family while making a name for himself. He's nothing like his little sister, Molly. How can 2 people raised in the same household turn out so different? I'll never understand. Thanks so much for watching until the very end. We appreciate all of your comments. We post new videos every day, so be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to see more content like this.